It's the right time to rise up to the top. Time, cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we made. Take back the power that you crave. Right time to rise up to the top. Time, cause we can't get enough. Fight for the city that we made. Take back the power that you crave. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up. Can't get enough of your love, but to save you now I got to give it up, give it up, give it up.
Here. So that's a bit weird. I thought for sure there was a bit more music to loop into the game, but you know, you get what you get. And of course, sometimes it just be weird like that, but alright, I fixed it. So here's the game. For those who don't know, you just play music that you have on your computer. I'll just go with medium difficulty And I have a lot of little things. So this automatically generates levels. There's a sequel out. It's still in early access. Apparently has a better algorithm because it's often unstable here, but it still works. So let's just see and jump to it. I might end up being a bit quieter than the other streams. They just pile up. As you can see, background and zoom and stuff change with the intensity of the music. And her hair color changes with what button you most recently pressed. Let me just check everything's in order. All right. Yeah, I was gonna do a tier list like last week, and I thought I'm just gonna put everything in A tier. And then the sealed vessel is gonna have its own S tier or something. S. Yeah, I guess this one is more a mood piece. So it's good, but it's not the kind of music I normally listen to. this gives me a chance to like better analyze it. I kind of do that sometimes. Just think about, just notice what instruments are doing together. It's not really that intense yet. Pretty sure later there's the battle part of the crossroads, like when you're in a trap room. Like I said, this algorithm isn't the best, but it does the job fine. I haven't played the sequel. It's been out almost a year now, I think. It's 3D and view from the back. Oof. Okay. Yeah, anyway, the sequel, aside from like the improved technical aspect, I wasn't really drawn to it. I prefer this perspective. I don't know if there's gonna be a way to play it like this, but I'd imagine not. No idea what's going on. Maybe it's the like testing ground for the fireball spell. I forget what it's called. Acceptable tempo detection. It's so weird hearing the so important Hollow Knight theme playing. Maybe he was trying to impersonate the actual Hollow Knight or something, I'm not sure. Didn't really get much from his lore, except it's a larva in a big suit of armor. Not sure how he can animate it. I know the mace is actually, at least the tip is actually a bug, a living creature. Whew. Wrong way. Oh, that was a long. I don't think that changes the number of points. Earth. I did do pretty much all the bosses, I think, except the later Pantheons. I remember the False Knight had like a little shrine with his friends, with his body. And yeah, I'm not gonna be able to answer right away when I'm concentrating on the game. Oh, Green Path. I love that one. Okay, that's a bit repetitive. Hopefully the level goes green soon. Yeah, now we're in Green Path even in this game. I think the great thing about Green Path is at that point in the game you've only seen very bleak places. Dirtmouth. I don't know if it's Dirtmouth. Dermouth? Yeah, and the crossroads and maybe a little peek of the mines. And it's all pretty barren. And that's such like a shock. You're like, I thought I was completely underground for the whole part, the whole game. We're going into the like fight and obstacle course section. Maybe not now. It's not yet. And now it is. I think I pressed 2 buttons at once. Even has some Dirtmouth recurring theme. Ah, the first real skill check. The notes don't always align with the music, but when they do, that's pretty cool. And I heard this part described as piano shredding. And I mean, that's fair. He's just going nuts on that piano. Now, there are some rare times when the background grows red from like extreme intensity in the music, and melody just like floats when that happens. I'm not sure if we'll get that in this soundtrack, probably once or twice. This is not with emotional intensity, but how hard the music goes. I'm not sure how it's determined, like speed and loudness combine, or Shaw. I think that's the one in there when you're benching. You just try to start jogging and then you know what? No, I'm walking. No, I'm jogging. Never mind. Oh well, yeah, after all. Huh? Nope, got him all. Oh, now if I'd done the tier list and I went on to do the boss tier list, that one would have been probably on top. Thing is, I don't remember the fights that well in terms of how enjoyable they are to play through. Like, I think the Soul Lord or whatever he's called, that one was pretty cool. Obviously the Hollow Knight was good, but I think more in terms of the feels. It's more story-wise and stuff, because it's like the culmination. It's not a bad fight mechanically, but I don't think it's the best in the game. It's pretty hard to beat Mantis Lords. And Grim's pretty good too. I didn't even remember that part. The attack. Just want to move my window a bit. Alright. That's quite a change. That's weird, I was expecting the fungal waste to be before that. We have, I think, Marisa is her name? I can't remember, the singer whose spirit you can meet. I'm surprised to see the orange part. Just had a thought, because it's always raining there because of the lake over top, but if I knew that and I was there, I think I'd be pretty terrified that the cave would collapse. Yeah, I think they're not in order of appearance. I think there might be... No, it's... I don't know. But that's a pretty good track. I think his normal fight is pretty good. The White Defender version I don't like as much, but there's not a lot of bad fights in this game. Like the fluke thing is a bit eh. No eyes is a bit annoying too. I'm starting to panic and using the alternate buttons. Because the arrows, you don't, in medium difficulty, you don't have to press the arrows, you can press the savvy buttons. And you can do the opposite too. In harder difficulties, the arrows will appear like a lavender color. And yeah, so Melody's hair can be like, I guess, sort of purple. What with running in front of a city, that reminds me of something. Just missed one. Okay, we seem to be in order. Maybe, I don't know why. Why they're ordered like that exactly. Of course, some tracks like a Reflection could be in any number of spots, but no matter. I really like this calm one. And there's the little quiet tingling sound to remind you of the crystals. And then a little bit will pick up because you have those fighting and parkour sections. Just in a moment. Not sure exactly. I know if the Crystal Guardian, I can't remember what it's called, the laser boss, has his theme in this track. Yeah, slowly. Yeah. This reminds me a bit of Diablo. Anyway, I had said a moment, and technically a moment is 90 seconds. That's like an old term. really quieted it down again. My vision is frick. Here are the mushrooms. I did once make a video about fungi with this track playing. Even there's the dirt mouth theme. No, not the dirt mouth, but the Hollow Knight theme. Even here, she can't make up her mind. She's getting turned around, there's a lot of obstacles. I don't really remember the, well, like, fighting variant of this track, so I think there's one. I wonder if the mantises settled in the place that with the fungi, or if the fungi like took over later and they're like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Because I thought maybe there's not really a gauntlet or something. Maybe a bit where there's like a Shroomal ogre in a room somewhere. It seems there is not a more active I'm not sure what battle this is, huh? Definitely recognize it, but and when is this? I know it, but I don't recognize that bit. Maybe it's because I didn't really hear it in my with my speakers. And my headset is better with those little sounds. It's starting to sound a little metal there. Oof. I'm not sure what you mean by the Larva Knight. I know the theme sounds similar to the False Knight, but I'm trying to see also where in the game we are, but that one's pretty clear cut. I didn't even know the name. Hedgemol? Hedgem? So yeah, maybe it's the dream version that I just played through. And of course, we get the City of Tears theme playing again. I'm not sure exactly what triggers that, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like there's a very appropriate one in Death by Glamour. Just before the Metadon theme starts playing on the saxophone. But yeah, that part is sometimes a bit annoying to deal with the enemies that appear or teleport and you're going to fight music. He likes doing that. There's a few fights that have this little flourish, I don't know what to call it. It's an sealed vessel. It's in the Hornet theme fight. I'm not so sure anymore about the sealed vessel, but I think so. I'd forgotten this part too. Then again, I don't listen to this track as often. It's pretty ominous. Ah, missed one. Yeah, thankfully I don't have to play to hit a button for every note. I really like how it zooms out when you go faster so you can see the notes ahead better. And also you have a hint that it's coming because the ground is at a different level. Sure, it's a bit of a weird fade, but there are no arrows in the slowest the blue speed. Another good area that's like an extension of Green Path. This area will always remind me of the Fragile Flower quest. And also the Marmu fight, which might have used the music that we heard, I was wondering earlier. And of course this area, with the queen herself. Also uses a bit of a theme that comes back often. Pretty dreamlike in that part. It's like the Hollow Nest royal theme or something. I don't know why it's this part, but well, then again, we're pretty far in, so why not? It starts weird, then break the chains. And Hollow Knight theme. I didn't take the time to check if there was a red part. Oh, this one is like the... I got confused between Sealed Vessel and Broken Vessel. This one is the... like one of your siblings that's been corrupted. An interesting fight. With the Lost Kin Dream variant. It's pretty interesting, the concept that you go fight in their like dreams, and if you die, that's okay. You don't get destroyed in real life. You just get kicked out of the dream. So I'm guessing if you're doing Steel Soul, you're still good. Imagine doing Steel Soul true ending. Yes. Oh. And the like plaintive theme, really effective. Though those little hopping, well, mostly the big ones, but the hopping enemies are really annoying to deal with. And the big flying one are kind of sad. Oh, worrisome part. One of the great parts in this area is where there's a bunch of secret spies on top of secrets, and just resting my eyes a little, I think. Okay, we'll see it right about now. Nosk, that fight. It's great in its, like, the base of it is pretty cool, the presentation, but the fight itself is a mess. It's not bad, but I guess it's one of the weaker bosses in execution. Like, it's really good at making you panic, that's for sure. So it's... I mean, there's the intrigue of seeing your own character being mimicked at first, and then the, like, almost body horror of the reveal. But the erratic movements, like I said, the concept is good because that's what the creature would be like, but it's just not that fun to play. It's a little frustrating. I don't know why they are still nodes. It's just a little creepy atmosphere. And the sound it makes, the little screeches. Dream, I'm not sure. Like, I know when it did play, but can't remember what it sounds like. Probably very atmospheric. I think it's the Dreamers ones. Yeah. When you collect their essence to unlock the seals to the Black Egg Temple. I think that's what it's called. Very foreboding. And I like how the game tells you, okay, you need to focus now to absorb it because you're just beating it. Sorry to hear that, but have a good day and I'll talk to you later. Man, you're gonna miss the best one. Yeah, it's a bit too repetitive for my taste. You can hear a bit of ambience overlaid over the beat, but I guess for a fight background that's fine. Yeah, that drum is pretty good though. It's a little tiring. Been going at it for an hour now. Ah, the White Palace. Man, that was painful. But the music is great. The whole sequence really reminds me like of a Maple story when you do stuff like the Forest of Patience. There's this calming music, but there's very frustrating parkour to do. Just had a thought because I think there's a bit in that section where there's a cradle, and you can, if you stay long enough, you hear a music box that plays the same melody after as the shade. And I'm like, is the shade music gonna be in the soundtrack? I think it is, but it's pretty short loop. And that bit comes back in the field vessel. I think there are 26 tracks, so yeah, we're almost done. I don't have the DLC stuff, I guess. Probably don't have the Grim on this. Maybe I have it somewhere, but not in this list. Yeah, it starts kinda creepy. You're approaching in the dark, long hallway. There's the chained Hollow Knight. Free him. break the seal. Now the first very active fight music is pretty good, but that's not my favorite part. I definitely prefer the hair raising part. Here. Gives you shivers. And how he stabs himself, like, the way I understand it, there's still a bit of consciousness living there, and he wants to help you. Maybe end this suffering too. And this bit plays in the abyss when you have this like flashback or something while you're rising out. It's a more choir one, but it's the same melody. Not sure if this part is in the fight, might be in the ending. Can't think of what happens. Yeah. Yes. It's like a hitless. Alright. And now Hornet tells us to gig duck, and we unleash the radiance. I see she has like jet boots. It's definitely very bombastic. Trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure the radiance can kill you even though it's technically in a dream battle, so it's pretty interesting that it's like that powerful of an entity. Very weighty. I don't know what that last note was, but I think that's the title screen. Actually, a long time ago, I kind of learned it on the kalimba, but I didn't know the theme that well, so it was a bit awkward to play to time the notes since I didn't really understand. It's a bit weird. And that's the end of this soundtrack. Yeah. Alright. I don't think I need much of a break. And I kind of feel like continuing a little. So we'll go with a little game, not very well known, that I just played through recently for a second time. It's a bit weird because they're ordered by title alphabetically, but I hope you like chiptunes. This is aside from the title, the first track in the game. And it is a banger. I did play it on stream last week. And this is my favorite part. That red part right there. And it loops perfectly. Now that's the name of the final boss. But that's I think the theme that plays in this dungeon, final dungeon. So that's pretty catchy music. It's a bit weird how they go for such upbeat themes. But it's fun. And the previous one was a titular cathedral that you start in, and there's like a portal to Arthur's lair. Now, I think this one is used for the first boss and the first phase of the final boss. And then the Tetris thing hits in. I exaggerate, but it's a bit similar. The first phase of the final boss has a really cheap attack that he like charges really quick at you, and it's really hard to dodge, and he does that like 6 times in a row. So learning the timing is pretty tricky. Especially if you did the challenge for the achievement where you don't buy any armor. This is weird. I feel like it's like coming out of 2 places at once. On the final, this phase, the second phase of the final boss, has a really cool callback to every boss in the game. Well, the main bosses. And these themes call back to different areas of the game. Like this one is a cathedral. That's the forest. And it's weird because since he does all his moves in the same order every time, the forest theme plays when you're doing completely other. And this one you're like in space floating. It's really weird. I never really figured out how to properly fight it. I just got good enough at the first two phases to yeah, it's a bit grating to listen to. Anyway, just got good enough to be able to face tank and heal. Just notice the red also doesn't have arrows. So yeah, it's pretty weird to start with the final fight almost, but what you gonna do? I'm pretty sure this one they didn't have an actual soundtrack, so I just grabbed them off of the system files. I don't think there's any harm in that. I would have bought it. Maybe I'm confused with another one because, you know, I buy indie soundtracks pretty often when I like the OST in a game. Alright. That's what I was supposed to play before. But it's alphabetical, so... I mean, I could have skipped it. Which one is it? Yeah, it's the town theme of the first town. And honestly, even at the end, it's still more convenient to go back to this town. Things are a bit more accessible in it. Because the other two towns are a bit more vertical, which is cool, but... And that waltz, it's tricky. I didn't even remember there was a track for this one. I guess that counts. This is just sound effects, technically, sort of. You're just fighting a bigger root, and it's summoning maggots. That's the second town. It's in a beach area with coconut trees. Somehow it's above a jungle. If you go down a waterfall nearby, you get into the deep jungle. I hope you don't hear my neighbors throwing stuff on the floor. It's like their hobby. Hello, victory jingle. Man, I managed to miss enough. I just wanted it to be over. Montuno. What is that? That's the beach area around Blue Haven. And it's one, I think it's the only area or one of two areas that's split in two. I think it's the only one. You literally can't go from the first to the next without going through the town first. Has some pretty cool underwater sections. I think what trips me up is the slowdown. The credits. It's a bit weird. Oh, that one. One of the most painful areas of the game. It's a crypt, essentially. But it has a couple types of enemies that are really annoying to deal with, and you know, when you have long sections of navigating obstacles and solving puzzles. Really, when I went back through the game, I saw that that one was my least completed area. Because the other ones I didn't mind the detours and stuff, but this one I really missed a lot of secrets. And even some stuff that was almost supposed to be, I wouldn't say mandatory, but pretty obvious, like the map room. I think that's one that's used in a few places. Yeah. It's used in at least 3 places. The D jungle, which has basically no fighting and all puzzles. It's a bit annoying, but it unlocks an essential ability. Gliding. And there's there's a tomb and an abandoned mine too. Mine is pretty annoying. There are ghosts that you can't really get rid of. But I like the track. Folktale cutscene. I'm not sure if that's the intro cutscene. Or, oh yeah, when you go to a library and you read the lore. The prophecy. Oh, is there prophecy in that one? Maybe. Yeah, gargoyle fights. There's 3 of them. First 2 are pretty easy. The third one is pretty chaotic because he keeps teleporting around, but I ended up doing it just fine, but it is a real mess. And when I say just fine, I mean like second try with, and it took all I had, all my heals. But most bosses you have to fight a fair few times to figure out their patterns. Yeah, that's the glacier area. That's kind of again, funny how lighthearted it is. Has a pretty story background, but it's one of the late game areas and has some pretty hard fights. Like this. As Yetis throwing snowballs, harpies for some reason, and like evil dwarves. And I hate respawning on a tiny island right next to the arrow. Wasn't that good? It's still 4 hearts. Oh, this one is really catchy. One of the worst enemies is the ice slimes. They have a freezing breath that can go pretty far. And the particles go up, so it can be hard to dodge. Here in the castle, and also in the Ice Peak region. There's another dungeon with the same tile set with the creepy music from earlier. Graveyard. Yeah, this one you wouldn't expect. It has a very catchy music too. And a very like mechanical sounding one. Not just now, but later. We'll see. pretty much the whole way there's some mechanical sounds almost. But the slow down and speed up was really machine-like to me. Oh, I like the way. That's the best place to farm. Anyway. Main theme. I think that's might be the title screen. We never really listened to it. We're gonna hear that again. Or maybe we do. Oh, that's the second main boss technically. Oh no, that's it, just this area. Still very snazzy music. It's crazy for basically all the bosses. You have 2 areas to go through to get to the boss. Like this one, there's the Poison Pavilion, then the Necromancer's Den, aka the Trident. Trident is just orange bricks. It's a little samey. I'm surprised it loops like that. Yeah, I guess technically to get to the Ice Peak Castle, the Ice Peak Castle is on the Ice Peak. Those are 2 areas. But there's also the mines that are a challenge to unlock the castle even. And there's the beach area that goes into the Sunken Temple and into the Mermaid Boss, and the graveyard into the Bone Church, to the like Anubis looking boss. It's a bit weird. You'd think the Necromancer would be in the graveyard, but alright, this one's pretty good. It's your first taste of how hard the fights are. But yeah, he has a top hat he can throw at you. He laughs every now and then. Shoots energy balls. It's kinda cool when you in those games where the boss fight seems impossible the first few times and then you figure out their patterns. Even little intros. So they're always gonna be after the in a single that one's the dragon at the top of the Ice Peak Castle. It's like a serpent dragon. It doesn't have a lot of health, but you need to break his mask first to expose his weak face. It's one of those fights that's very panicky, very frantic. You have to like juggle your different gadgets and hop around, do some platforming. I mean, it's almost longer to skip. Forgot there was only one L in Pavilion. Because in French it's two. This one's fun. It's again a little update for the kind of area you're in, but that's the whole game almost. Just a few, like 4 areas where the creepy music plays and one that's entirely quiet. Maybe more than one. I feel like the first few ones, the first dungeon ones, they didn't know as much what they were doing with the music loop, so that's why they're a bit longer and it repeats. And then the other tracks, they figured it out. I don't know. They just realized they didn't need to make it longer, they just need to repeat the same little bit. Well, that didn't really look after all. Maybe only a part? Yeah, whatever. What is that? Well, even though there's a bit of repetition, it's not exactly the same. The track is just longer. Very optimistic. And this one is the reason why you don't really hear the title screen that much, and I didn't even know what was on there. Just press play after a few seconds, if that. Except maybe the very first time, but that was a while ago. Now that's the part that it plays and final boss. There's more, but I can't remember exactly. And you come back to that part quite a few times. It kind of leads into a few areas. Of course, most places you'll revisit because you'll unlock new gadgets and find more secrets. Thankfully, there's a fast travel, because like it's fun re-exploring some old areas, but it can be painful to backtrack a long way. That's one of the things I don't like about the older Metroidvania. That one doesn't play much. I think it only plays very near to the beginning when you're introduced to the character of Soul. I don't even remember it. This place has one or two types of annoying enemies. The mermaids that like sing, and the notes are wobbly projectiles. And it's not so bad, but if you get close they start jumping around and it's pretty hard to hit them without getting hit. Anyway. The male ones, the mermen, they're not as bad because they just shoot you. It's more clear how it is, but they like to spam them sometimes, so you have a lot of projectiles to dodge. Also has on the outside birds that spawn almost from nowhere. Those are a bit annoying. Yeah. I think that's the final screen that tells you like your completion and stuff. They give you a title based on what you've accomplished, like if you died a lot and if you completed a lot of like discovering secrets and doing the map, stuff like that. I'm not sure anymore. It's hard to remember songs that you hear like once in your playthrough. Pretty high though. That's might have been mistaken when in the I said the harder first phase was used for another boss, but I think it might be like the second phase of this boss, but maybe it's just similar and we'll hear it now. It's just a giant eye with little eyes going around. pretty sure it's the same as the harder phase 1 that plays after that. Speed change. Thinking it's in the beginning when the healer picks you up and he argues with his daughter, who's a spirit mage. I think that's it. Oh yeah, this one is called Olok the Bloodborne. I didn't remember he had his own original theme. It's just a rap that runs left and right. And there are saw blades moving on top of him. Well, not on top, but above. And I just found it a perfect hole to jump on him and weave perfectly between the blades. Anyway, this is one of my favorites. The Mermaid boss fight. It's kind of pirate funding. I definitely had that in my head after fighting her. It's pretty hard to figure out even how to hurt her at first. Because there's no feedback when you hit her and it doesn't do damage, but it actually stuns her after a while. And that's when you're dropping into the arena and she's singing, but the loop is kind of badly made. And like, just after you drop, it starts playing again, just a couple notes. It's a bit annoying starting the fight. Well, that's the third town that's on ice speed. Last notes, I'm gonna be using the same side for the most part. But when they're slow like that, it's better. So that's the Salimak or something. Yeah. His boss is a bit annoying. He has some attacks when you can't hit him for a while, and the lower his health is, the more often he does them, so like hit him only a couple times and then have to dodge for a while, and then you hit him a couple times and then you have to dodge for a while. But it's pretty catchy. And it's annoying how you have to walk into the arena, walk past the tomb, and then watch it open and stuff. Especially because I haven't found the secret checkpoint that's right in front of it. The other run isn't that bad, but wasn't great. Also, this one's panic music, I think. And the ceiling's collapsing, or rather, there's like a spike ceiling going down to crush you, and you have to navigate obstacles. I think that's it, I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm done with this. Well, I know that's sudden, but I think that'll be it for today. Not sure what I'll do for tomorrow, but we'll see. I'll probably stream something. So, alright, thanks for people who dropped by. I'll see you again. Bye.
Rise up to the top, 'cause we can't get enough. The city that we made, the power that you crave. Rise up to the top, 'cause we can't get enough. The city that we made, the power that you crave.
Regain control.
It's the right time. Rise up to the top, 'cause we can't get enough. The city that we made, the power that you crave. Rise up to the top, 'cause we can't get enough. The city that we made, the power that you crave. Can't get enough of your love. Got to save you now, I got to give it up. Can't get enough.